For the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, go down to u7buy.com, link is down below in the description, and make sure to use code Vizeh at checkout for 5% off. Hey, what's up guys, Vizeh here, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today, we're talking about FIFA 22, and today, more in depth into the state of the game right now. We're 2 months in from the release pretty much, or a month and a half, and that means that the honeymoon phase that people may have, well, I've now faded away of that, that new excitement of new FIFA, a new kind of style, and that will start fading away, and people can look at it with a bit more of I guess more of an in-depth analysis of where can we compare it compared to last year and years before that. So tell me your thoughts down below in comments. If you're new here, please drop a subscribe button on the channel, and also let's try and hit 1,500 likes. Thank you lads for the support on the channel. I do very much appreciate it, and of course on the Twitch as well. I'm also live on Twitch, so go and join me over there if you do like live streaming content. So let's get stuck into it. So right now, I'm going to state with my just initial thoughts of the game. I thought that it is much more of a skill gap compared to other FIFAs. FIFA 22, for me, had much more of a skill gap compared to last year. I found that passing was harder. I found that you can't just do through ball, similar to all day. That was my initial thoughts when the game was initially released. I thought shooting was a lot more consistent in terms of there wasn't just one way to shoot. You could do finesse shots, you could do near post, you could have done really any kind of, even headers. There was a good variety of ways to score goals that wasn't just, kind of near post that there was last year. It was a lot more varied. And right now, we're midway through November, and me and a lot of people are already coming to a bit of a situation, which is like, with the way that EA has done FUT Champions this year, it kind of creates this situation where you don't really have much need to improve your team other than just for your own sake, pretty much. So what I mean by this, because with FUT Champions, because of the way they've done it, it's much more different to last year. Obviously, if you now know that with FUT Champs, you've got to win pretty much like 8 games to get to a respectable, decent reward. You got rank 3, you win 8 games, and you lose the rest of the games, then you get yourself these packs. Inform pack, a 100k pack, and also 2 red picks, which is all very nice, and also 35k coins. So you can do that, and you're relatively happy with that. And even if you don't get that, you get like, I don't know, 5 wins, you still get yourself some respectable packs here. Even if you lose every single game, okay, you're 0 and 20, you still get yourself 2 red picks and a 25k pack, 45k pack, and also a 15k pack. So just for existing in the FUT Champions, you come out with some alright little rewards. Like, compare this to like bronze rewards last year, it's a bit mad. So it creates this kind of situation which, if you don't really care about the kind of ego aspect of, oh, I want to be rank 1, if you are not too fussed about that, then you have no real reason to really go for it, because inform packs are absolutely pointless, because you are guaranteed to get absolutely dead informs. Informs, team of the weeks, is absolutely muddered, like the deadest it's ever been, because the issue is that in previous FIFAs, you had a cap of the minimum rating you could get. I think it was like 81 or something in previous years, and that also goes for red picks. Now you can get any. You get a 76 rated inform, or 79s, or 78s, and that's who most people get. So you open these inform packs, and you're guaranteed to get yourself about 3 Discord worthy informs. So hey, I guess that's okay to get 30k coins right there. And then red picks, same thing goes. Red picks are completely deaded and no point in them at all, because even if there's a chance that there is actually a decent player in the team of the week for once, even if it's just that one player, you need to get one player out of like 18 when you're competing against a bunch of 78 rated cards. It's just so slim. I will give some constructive feedback of what EA could do to make people care about really playing FUT Champs, because the situation is as well is that because most people go on for rank 3, and that's not really an issue, because most people in previous years just went for gold 3, and that was fine because you got enough packs, you got enough player picks that you are happy with, and then you're okay with that. But if you wanted to go that extra mile and go for elite, it was much more worth it. The difference between rank 2 and rank 3 is nowhere near like worth the hassle it is, in my opinion. Yes, you get one more red pick, you get one more 35k pack and a couple more 1,000 coins, which again isn't bad. It's just comparing to previous years, I just don't see it as really worth it. And a lot of people don't either. So what this creates is that if most people are happy of just getting 8 wins, that means that most people who also can go further kind of just can't be arsed either, because they know that they're going to get nothing good out of the red picks anyway. Because you may say, oh yeah, but you could. There's an extra chance. Most people just watch most people's like rank 2 or even rank 1 awards. It's never that good, and if it is very good, then you're so lucky. You're very, very lucky. But this creates a scenario that it gives people no real reason to progress their team and to go much more further. Now, I have got this team because I kind of just got bored. I had like 1 million coins, and I thought, I just want to use some players that I think are fun. So I got Cornet. I think he's great. I did the both SBCs of Delit and also Koulibaly. They're staying in. I got Figo in my base icon pack. He's gone straight in. I want Messi. I always use Messi. Messi is just the most enjoyable card for me, as his dribbling is unlike anyone else. I love using Messi, and also I feel happy using it because many people don't use Messi. He's of course meta in his own sense, but he's not really a player that you see. People always go for the Neymars and the Mbappes and Ronaldos. And there's some other nice little cards here. I'm happy that for me this is a very nice team, not a fully sweat team, and I think that's really cool, and I like that for my own personal reasons. But I don't need this team. I can have a bug standard 10k BPL team, and I can still be more than happy enough to play FUT Champs and get 8 wins and get what I want. I have no reason to have this team. Now maybe that's because I know that I'm good enough to get 8 wins with most teams in game, but I think most people can, as FUT Champions is easier than actually qualifying for FUT Champions. One more thing that's also kind of weird is the fact that they've done rivals differently. However, I've noticed that a lot of people keep saying that last year I was like Division 5, Division 4, okay, in Div Rivals, and this year I'm in the Elite Division. I'm having people go to me saying that, show me proof I was rank 3, rank 4 the entirety of last year, but this year I'm in the Elite Division. Now I can't show you right now, but there's a screenshot of basically showing that there's like 130,000 people or like 120,000 people in the Elite Division, which is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous because that means that what's happening is that people who are good enough go straight in and you don't face them ever. Pool of the amount of people that's left behind that can get into it, it gets more and more widened each day. So because most people that are good are already in there, that means that to get into it, let's say by the time it's the last week or two, you're pretty much facing players that should be probably in Div 3, Div 4, and everyone's divisions are kind of just going up and up. So to get in the Elite Division, it's very easy, and to get into decent rewards and FUT Champs is very easy. So what is the reason for you to improve your team other than just for your own personal reasons, really? And I guess that's a good thing. This year is by far been the most casual, friendly FIFA. And of course, you've seen a bare videos on YouTube about the market and about how the market is completely like destroyed. Like players that last year, I think, let's just say for example Neymar. Neymar this time last year was still touching 1 million coins. Okay, we're now in the same time of when he was 1 million coins, and he's at 500k. He's at 500k, and again, is this a bad thing? In theory, no, because it means that more casual people have more chance of packing or getting a Neymar in their team because he's now half the price. However, this now makes an effect that if every single player is low in price, that means you get the proper top echelon players like the Mbappes, then you are probably not going to get them because, let's say if you pack yourself 2 Neymars, which is very impossible, you still can't get enough money to buy an Mbappe, which is, for me, bonkers. Like, you could pack 2 Neymars and you still cannot afford to buy yourself a Kylian Mbappe if you so wish. And it goes all the way down. Let's say like a normal, like, very good player that, you know, is pretty low. Let's say Varane. Varane, very meta, one of those top echelon cards and hard to pack as well. And he's worth about 140k? 150k maybe? So let's say 150k, right? You pack him around 150k, and that means that, guess what? You're going to pack him, if I could do quick maths here, about, I want to say about 8 times. About 8 times you're going to pack him to still be able to afford an Mbappe. And this is a domino effect for the entire game. So you end up in a situation which you get like this good team, and then it's like, now what? Like, you're going to hope for like decent SBCs, and I just feel like people may just the best part for me with FIFA is the progression of the game. Now, again, for casuals, if you're a person that doesn't put much time in FIFA at all, you may love this because that means that you can get, you know, the kind of very lower meta guys like a Werner so easily. Like, I think a Werner's now worth like a couple of K, if that. How much is Werner now? Yeah, it's like 3K. A Werner's 3K. Werner's unreal in this game. It's worth 3,000 coins. But if you want like a promo card, most of them are just absolutely insanely priced. The best part of FIFA is the progression of the game and improving your team. And because there's no real incentive to improve your team, because you don't need to have a good team to get, or an expensive team to do relatively well, then it just kind of feels like people get to a stage where it's like, okay, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. Especially the worst part is because the market keeps crashing every single week. People just losing more and more coins and losing more and more reason to keep going. Because let's say, for example, you play a weekend league, right? Play a weekend league, you get rank 3, you get the inform pack and the 35k, and let's say you get something okay in 100k, like a couple of K after that. Let's say you make 100,000 coins, you sell all the informs, which are guaranteed to be dead, 10k informs anyway, you make 100k, okay? Let's say you got a Messi in your team. A Messi, right? Now, I bought Messi literally last weekend at 5.15. Now, Messi has dropped absolutely incredible. Like, I'll show you Messi right now. I bought Messi last weekend, and he's worth 455,000 coins on Xbox. And you can see down in the graph, it was worth 568, then dropped massively then. And each weekend, every single weekend, so let's say Saturday worth 732. The next Saturday is worth 702. The next Saturday is worth 611. He's dropped down below by 100k. The next one dropped down below to 40k, and now he's dropped down below to how much is that? 100k. So every single weekend, these players are losing more and more coins, and that's your entire club just losing more and more coins. So the money that you gain from getting odds are just bang average rewards, which most people get, you're in fact losing money. You're losing more money every single time, each weekend league that you play, just by losing coins from your team for how much it's dropping in price, than actually packing rewards. So you can just end up not progressing ever, unless if your entire team is a full SBC team, which if you are, then you know I wouldn't do that, but that's on you. And this goes for everyone. Let's say that you got a very common player like let's say N'Golo Kante. I think people have him a lot now because he's a bit more cheaper, 253. Again, you can see the drop. So Saturday, back in this time last month, he was 405. Next Saturday, 405, did well, and then boom, 322, and then boom, 291, and then boom, 257. And that's for every single weekend. They're dropping down below by like 20%, which is disgusting. So imagine your entire team, which is worth 1 million coins. By the time it's next weekend, it could be worth 750,000 coins. The next weekend could be worth 600. And you see my issue here? So it feels like people are just kind of like, what's the point of me trying to play with a nice team if each weekend I lose so much coins than what I'm gaining? Now, I've not even spoke about the actual gameplay. For me, the gameplay has got, as always, more and more kind of worse patch by patch. I found that gameplay, I feel like I'm in mud. But I feel like with gameplay, I don't want to speak too much about it because I think it's all subjective. It's all like maybe you may find it great, you may like it a lot, you may have no issues, and that's great for you. Like that's why I don't want to talk too much about game, because I feel like it's my opinion. And if you want my opinion, I think that the game each week feels like it's become more and more like FIFA 21 since the launch. Since launch, I liked it because it felt like you could play real football. You could play in a much more sensible way. Your passing made a big difference. You got to think about what moves you do, because it actually wouldn't work if you just rush it and force it, and that's what football is. And now it feels like it's just become counter-attack simulator. Counter. You do a free ball, you do a free ball, you do a free ball, I tackle you, I gotta do a free ball, because that's the only way I can really move the pitch, because there's such a massive gap in the midfield. There's no midfield, so it says free ball, tackle, free ball, tackle, free ball, score. That's pretty much what the game feels like more and more each week, which sucks, because that's what FIFA 21 was. And do I think this is an awful FIFA? No, I like it, and I like the fact that they've gone a lot more casual, because it means that the beating heart of any player base is a casual player base, and that is very, very important, and I think that should be very, very important. So I don't have an issue at all, with them going with a more casual aspect. I feel like for people that want to go a bit of a step further, they feel lost. They feel like there's not really anything to really do. I always feel like milestones is a completely wasted tab. Promos, I mean, promos is your own opinion. I mean, this numbers up. It's not meant to be an insane promo, so I'm not going to, like, you know, completely go in on it because it's not meant to be this insane new promo. It's just, I think, more of a filler than anything. But milestones, this should be something so much more. And, of course, I've got to say that, you know, there's been audit problems with the game in terms of the likes of a no-loss glitch. That is completely just wild. Like, I can't believe how bad that was. The amount of no-loss glitches you saw was absolutely disgusting. It feels like same old, same old. I'm not going to lie. It feels like it's much more easier for casuals to play the game, but I still feel like it's just the patches, man. I feel like it is getting more and more, you know what I mean? And that's a big shame, honestly. Really, it's as simple as EA. You've got to put in promo players. Like, you've got to pack them in red picks. You've got to pack them in, like, the inform packs at least, or make it possible, because it's like, if it's not that extra incentive, it's like, there's no point to really go further in FUT Champs majority of the time. So that's what I'll say to make FUT Champs a lot better and to really try and progress your team, to give you a reason to try and go further and to make your team better. I think that'd be huge. And also half the time you get given 3 wins anyway, which is kind of weird. So tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll see you guys next time for another video. And yeah, lads, peace out.